Namaste and Lakach Jayom Guru. Good morning, everyone in Facebook world. Good morning or good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Ganapati coming to you live again today. I thought I would share with everyone again. Every now and then I like to let everyone have a sneak peek into what's going on here with our Awakening Ascension Consciousness classes that we do, this apprenticeship course, if you want to call it that, in our path of spirituality. So, I'm going to get right on with our class, and we're going to begin our class as we always begin, with what I call first things first, right? First we seek the kingdom of God, then all those other things, right? So first we want to do that, and we go within. The kingdom of God is within, and so we go within to seek this kingdom of God. And we do that by getting into a comfortable meditative posture, relaxing. We could be seated on the floor on a cushion, or perhaps seated in a chair with our feet flat on the floor. Whatever's comfortable, as long as we have an erect spine and we can relax. We want to close our eyes then, kind of shut down the senses a little bit so that we can put all of our attention on our source. And so we're going to close our eyes and put our attention at this point between our eyebrows. We call it the Katastha Chaitanya, the Christ Consciousness Center, the all-seeing eye, the third eye chakra. That's where we want to put our attention, right here at this point between our eyebrows, and just relax. Then we bring our hands into Namaste prayer pose in front of our heart chakra, connecting our center of love and compassion, which is our heart chakra, connecting that with our third eye chakra, because that's where our attention is now. As we go towards source, we have to breathe. So we're going to breathe in through the nose with a nice cleansing breath, filling our lungs all the way up. And then we exhale through the mouth, releasing all the thoughts, all the tension, all the worries with the breath. Let it all go. Just relax. When the breath is gone, then we breathe back in through the nose, very slowly, very consciously, steadily, feeling that cool, sparkling life force coming in through our nostrils, filling our body with life, in preparation for our Patanjali Mantra and our morning prayer, the prayer at dawn. Yogena Chittasya
Yogena Chittasya
Padneya Vakeyam
Padena Vatanam
Malam Sarirasya
Malam Sarirasya
Chavedakenya
Savedakenya
Yopakarotam
Yopakarotam
Pravaramuninam
Ravanam Muninam
Patanjaliam Pranjalir
Patanjalim Pranjali
Anatosmi
Anatosmi
Abahu Prushakaram
Abahu Purusakaram
Shanka Chakrasidaharinam
Sanka Chakrasidharinam
Sahasra Sirsam
सहस्राशिरासं
Svetam
श्वेतं
Prananami Patanjalim.
प्रणमामि पतञ्जलिम्
All together now. Hare Om. Now, keeping our eyes closed, we rub our hands together now, creating a good amount of warmth in our palms. Then we place our warm palms over our closed eyes. Then we open our eyes into the warmth and darkness of our palms. Then we draw our palms just a few inches away from our face. And we look at the tips of our fingers and we say, Lakshmi.
Lakshmi.
The base of our fingers, Saraswati. And the base of our palms, Parvati, Gauri. Three aspects of our Divine Mother, Heavenly Mother, Father, Friend, Beloved God. We pray the prayer at dawn with you. Thank you for praying the prayer at dawn with me. With the opening of the earliest dawn in the lotus buds, my soul softly opens in prayer to receive your light. Bathe each petal of my mind with your radiant rays. I saturate myself with the perfume of your presence, and I awake to waft with the breeze the aroma of your message of love to all. Bless me that with the spreading dawn I may spread your love everywhere. Bless me that with the awakening dawn I may be able to awaken all souls with my own, only to bring them to you, Lord. All the glory to you, God. All the glory to you. Thank you, God. We love you. Refreshed and sanctified. Brand new again. So, now that we have, gotten a little more established in our source, a little more realizing that connection of our source, the next thing we do is we want to look at these energies that are going on around us. What is today's galactic signature, the tone and the frequency for today? What does it mean? What are we trying to get in tune with? If we want to be in tune with these energies so that our life goes smoothly, what are the energies that we're trying to get in tune with today? And today we see that we have this the eighth galactic tone. We call it the eighth galactic tone. Well, it's got one bar. The bar represents 5 and 3 dots, each dot representing 1. Well, that gives us 8. So it's this 8th galactic tone. And this 8th galactic tone is about harmonic resonance, right? It's about resonating in harmony, vibrating in harmony. Everything's vibration, isn't it? Everything is frequencies and vibrations. But if they're out of harmony, everything's going wrong. But if they're in harmony, everything's going right. And so we want to be in that resonant frequency that's in harmony. And what is this galactic tone coming together with today? It's coming together with this energy that we know as can. Yellow seed can. And so this is that idea of how a seed is the beginning of everything. We got to plant a seed. Whether it's an actual seed that we plant in the ground or whether it's a seed idea that we plant in our consciousness or maybe in someone else's consciousness with a suggestion, right? A suggestion could be considered a seed idea. And can reminds us that the seed holds the full potential of its becoming. Right? It's all in there. Everything that it needs to become a little tiny seed that came from an oak tree, everything's in there to become a mighty oak tree. All the genetic information that it needs to know is in there already, so that it gets leaves up on the top and roots down at the bottom instead of leaves at the bottom and roots at the top. Right? There's an intelligence inside the seed that is already informing the seed on what to become and how to become that. So, harmonic resonance, this idea of harmonic resonance is coming together with this idea of the seed that is the beginning of everything, from not just trees and plants, but also and nature, right? But also in our mind, in our heart. Seeds can be there as well. Metaphysical seeds, right? So, now that we've talked a little bit about the tone and the frequency separately, we take a look in our Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom, Cosmic Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom workbook that I created, and anybody can get it. If they'd like to get it, just let me know. And we are going to look at what is the tone and the frequency when we combine them to make today's galactic signature, right? We know that Voshak, that 8th galactic tone, is about harmonic resonance, and that the solar frequency is about this idea that the seed has all of the knowledge within it already for its completion, and even a little more than that. The seed, a lot of information about the seed, how the seed works and things like that. It has to germinate and stuff like that. And so we combine this idea, these two ideas, these two energies, to let us know what is today's galactic signature that we're going to really, that's what we're going to get in tune with, right? To be in harmony with life. So that our life can be harmonious. And then when our life becomes harmonious, we can then move on to greater cycles, right? Right now we're going through cycles, but to go to greater cycles, we have to have a greater amount of harmony, right? So let us read from this workbook, because in the workbook we have an opportunity to draw and color the solar frequency and the galactic tone, and we can do a affirmation that's unique for this particular galactic signature for today. We can also color in the moon phase and indicate whether it's a Pokelvotan clear day or whether it's a galactic activation portal day. We can write in, information about how did the Mayans say it? How do we say it? Right? What is the kin number? You get to draw and color so that we can really get into the tone for and the frequency for today's galactic signature. Right? And then we got these words here we can read, right? Just a little bit of words. I didn't want to make it a wordy book where you got to sit there and read and read and read and try to memorize stuff. No. That's not how this Mayan astrology wisdom works. We just get in tune with it a little each day. And each day we get a little more understanding, a little more in tune with these tones and these frequencies, a little more in harmony with them, which is the correct frequency that we want to be in harmony with. That's why life's getting so crazy out there, because we're in the wrong frequency. We're working with that 1260, right? 1260. We see the clock, the watch, right? The time is money. And money is power and control over others. Domination, right? So that 1260 frequency that the world has fallen into, has brought us into this consciousness of dominating. And so we're warring and fighting and stuff like this. That's what happens when we, as a collective, fall into ignorance. But now we're ascending and coming out of that ignorance, so we're working with this workbook to guide us to get in harmony again with our original condition of the light, where we were originally designed to vibrate at, a frequency that we were designed to vibrate at. That's 1320. 13 tones and 20 solar frequencies. That makes the 260 days, or energies, if you will, of the Zolkin cycle. So today's galactic signature is kin 164, or day 164, of the 260 days of the Zolkin cycle. The Mayans call this day Voshak Kan, yellow galactic seed. This is the yellow seed. This is the galactic tone. When the galactic tone comes together with the yellow seed, we call it yellow galactic seed. Right? Yellow is because this is yellow seed. Galactic because this is the galactic tone. And yellow seed. Right? So that's how we say it in English. We say, and the Mayans would say Voshak, because that's how you say this 8th galactic tone. And Kan, K-A-N, is how you say this solar frequency for today. Kan is the solar frequency. Voshak is the 8th galactic tone. So, after the channeling of the resonant tone of attunement, which is what went on yesterday, we are invited to maintain the galactic tone of integrity. This is the galactic tone of integrity, this 8th galactic tone. Yellow galactic seed, Voshak Kan, guides and teaches us to honor ourselves, honor our existence as though it was a fertile garden of limitless potential in order to acquire and maintain integrity. And then, that's not all, and then to model that integrity so that it reaches others, thus catalyzing even greater levels of divine harmony. Integrity means to harmonize our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with what we know to be the highest truths. When we stand firm in our integrity, we are protected and provided for. Yellow galactic seed, Voshak Kan, reminds us that integrity requires unflinching courage, indomitable resolve, and crystal clear clarity. We would be wise to focus on seeding the garden of our existence with our highest intentions and to plant strategically. Right? Don't just throw these seed ideas everywhere or anywhere. Plant them strategically, using our awareness to target what we wish to grow in our lives or what we want to weed out of our lives. Right? In a garden, right, you have to pull out the weeds. So in the garden of our life, we'll have to pull out the weeds. We'll have to plant strategically. Through the energies of yellow galactic seed, Voshak Kan, the cauldron of creation is encouraging us each to cultivate the flower that is you and to thrive. Right? The universe wants you to thrive. God, your source, wants you to thrive. Not just exist, but to thrive. The cauldron of creation is summoning us to collectively, not by ourselves, not individually, collectively elevate the quality of our existence through a willingness to accept, embrace, and integrate truth. By using truth, or by being true to our inner fire of illumination, we automatically ignite metaphysical flames of consciousness that spread like wildfire and offer warmth and guidance to our planetary family at large. Through this discernment, we are ever reminded that we are each vessels of life, exploring and expressing itself. We are each divine messengers to each other, moving and evolving as we collectively journey along together in this dream of existence. Right? That's all this is. This is God's dream. This is God's Leela. This is God's play. And wouldn't we be wise to get in harmony with that? Right? So that's Voshak Khan, yellow galactic seed. So any questions, any comments, any concerns about that? Any questions today about today's energy? I know you guys are pretty familiar with this, so you've been working with this for a while now. Keep up the great work. So okay, if there are no questions in regards to the Mayan portion of our little gathering here, we're going to switch over now then to our Guru's teachings. And we are continuing to kind of go through a little recap, going over the first section, because we're completing the first section. And before we go into the second section, I want to make sure that we really know and understand this first section. So we're just doing a quick review, just for everyone out there in Facebook land, on Facebook Live, who's joining in today. We are wrapping up our art of pranayama energization exercises, instructions from our Guru. And today we are taking another look at the art of pranayama energization part 5. Right? We're looking at lesson 9 now. And Guru starts right out going to be reminding us about the different kinds of relaxation, mental relaxation, physical relaxation. How are these relaxations determined? So Guru starts out telling us that mental relaxation should signify complete mental rest. One may achieve this by practicing going to sleep at will. What does Guru mean by going to sleep at will? That means, going to sleep, when you probably wouldn't normally go to sleep. Right? Go to sleep anytime. Or stay awake anytime. Your will. Guru says to relax the body and think of the drowsiness you usually feel just before you fall asleep. Then try actually to reproduce that state. Right? So Guru's helping us right away by saying, if you're having trouble falling asleep, well, think of a time when you were very tired and you were really tired and wanted to sleep, and you finally got to sleep, and try to reproduce that state of consciousness again. Use imagination not will to do this, Guru says. Most people do not relax even while they sleep. Their minds are restless, hence they dream. Therefore, conscious mental relaxation is better than relaxation that is a byproduct of passive physical relaxation or sleep. In conscious mental relaxation, one can either dream or keep dreams off their mental movie picture screen as they choose. Right? That's what we mean by will, by doing it by your will, as you choose. So Guru says, right, we can turn these dreams off so that we can sleep at night and rest. Because isn't it when you're dreaming, you're not resting? And then we wake up and it feels like we didn't even sleep. We got no rest. That's because, as Guru just said, even while we're sleeping, we're still moving, we're still dreaming, we're still being mentally excited. And we can't rest that way, Guru says. Guru says, no matter how busy we are, we should not forget now and then to free our minds completely from worries and all duties. I love our Guru. He's so practical. He says you all work and no play. No way. No rest. Doesn't work. It's not just all work all the time. Thank you, God. Guru says we should simply... Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read this from the beginning again because I kind of broke it up. Sorry. No matter how busy we are, we should not forget now and then to free our minds completely from worries and all duties. They should simply be dismissed from our mind. We were not made for them. They were made for us. Right? We were not made for we're not slaves to these challenges of life. They were made to teach us something, not to put us into slavery. Guru says we should not allow them to torture us. When beset by overwhelming mental trials or worries, one should try to fall asleep. See Guru's simple solution, right? If there's nothing else you can do, then go to sleep. I know you say, oh, when I'm all stressed out, I can't sleep. That's where Guru's teachings come in, so that we can learn to sleep at will, whether we have worries on our mind or not. We can dismiss the worries from our mind, think of a time when we were so tired that we couldn't stay awake, and reproduce that state of consciousness, go to sleep, and then wake up again to go at that challenge again later, when we're refreshed, when we're not fatigued. Guru says, if we can do that, we will find upon awakening that the mental tension has been relieved and that the worry has loosened its grip. We need to remind ourselves at such times that even if we died, the earth would continue to follow its orbit and business would be carried on as usual. So why worry? When we take ourselves too seriously, death comes along to mock us, Guru says, and to remind us of the brevity of material life and its duties. Life is short, isn't it? Yes, Guru's reminding us life is short. Right? This particular life, this individual incarnation is short. We're eternal beings, yes. But what did Guru say? Death comes to mock us and remind us of the brevity, right? How brief material life is. And how brief are these duties that we have here on this globe. It's over before we know it. Guru goes on to say, mental relaxation consists in the ability of freeing the attention at will from nagging worries over past and present difficulties, from constant consciousness of duty, the dread of accidents or other haunting fears, from greed, from passion, evil, or disturbing thoughts and attachments, Guru says. Mastery in mental relaxation comes with faithful practice in freeing the mind of all thoughts at will and then keeping the attention fixed on the peace and contentment within. One can then divert the attention from worries to peace through meditation. Right? Guru's telling us how. Doesn't just tell you to do it. He tells you how. Guru goes on to say, hence the devotee who aspires to develop uniformly and steadily in spirituality should always calm the mind with the practice of concentration. Keep the breath quiet by proper breathing exercises. Preserve the vital essence by self-control. Avoid temptation by mixing only with good company. And keep the body quiet and not in perpetual motion and restlessness. See, Guru's telling us how. Guru says everyone needs to let go of their worries and enter into absolute silence every morning and every night. Right? Isn't that our Guru's teachings? Every morning and every night we do our sadhana. Guru says at such times one should first try to remain for 1 minute at a time without thinking negatively, fixing the mind on the peace within, especially if we're worried, especially if we're having challenges in our life. Guru says then try to remain for several minutes with a quiet mind. This sounds very simple. But you'll find when you sit to do it, you'll have to practice. Guru says following that, think of some happy incident, dwell on it, and visualize it. Mentally go through such pleasant experiences over and over and over again until you have forgotten your worries entirely. Just as there are degrees of physical relaxation, so there are degrees of mental and metaphysical relaxation. Guru says the term metaphysical is used here to indicate those states which go beyond the physical and mental realms. Guru says metaphysical or super relaxation consists in freeing the human consciousness entirely from its identification with the physical body, with money, with possessions, name, fame, family, country, the world, and the human race and its habits. Metaphysical relaxation means disengaging our attention by degrees from consciousness to subconsciousness to the semi-super consciousness state felt after meditation, and Christ consciousness, and in identifying ourselves completely with cosmic consciousness. Guru says metaphysical relaxation therefore consists in releasing consciousness from the delusion of duality and truly resting the mind by keeping it identified with one's own real nature, which is unity with spirit. People have hypnotized themselves into thinking that they are human beings, whereas in reality, we are all one with God. So now Guru's going to talk about physical relaxation. Are there any questions about mental relaxation? Okay, no? Okay then. Let us go on then with Guru's going to talk to us now about physical relaxation, right? Because we have a body and a mind, right? And we're going to have to relax them both. Not just the body, not just... See, our Guru's going to take us all the way. Guru's showing us how. So Guru says when practicing the pranayama energization technique, one may feel, perhaps for the first time, the difference between flesh and energy. Right? We think we're this body. No, we are the energy that's in this body. And now with this technique, we will actually physically have the experience, and so then we will have experiential knowledge of this so that we're not just hoping for it. We have faith because we've had the experience. Guru says, with the tension of all body parts, energy is furnished to every body part. In the subsequent relaxation, simultaneous with the throwing out of the breath, relaxation is given to every body part. Right? The lungs, the diaphragm, the stomach, the intestines, the kidneys, the heart, everything. When, after tensing the whole body, one relaxes and exhales the breath, they should cast away all restless thoughts, concentrating the attention on God peace. They should remain without negative thoughts as long as possible, and without inhaling as long as no discomfort is experienced. Right? That's what we've been practicing, right? Calming the body and throwing that breath out and leaving it out as long as it's comfortably left out and there's no problem. And then every day we keep practicing and it gets a little more and a little more each day. Guru reminds us that we should not jump out of bed suddenly upon awakening in the morning, but rather go through the routine of energizing the body while still in bed. Guru reminds us, how do we do that? We wake up in the morning, right? We don't jump out of bed. When we become conscious, we close our eyes. We tense the whole body slowly and then relax, giving all the body parts a breakfast of energy. Now, what we do, right, we breathe in through the nose and we're tensing up the whole body, all the 20 body parts going up, and then we hold that tension, then we relax and we release that body parts one by one in this routine that we've learned. We don't just jump out of bed. We give our muscles a breakfast of energy. Guru reminds us to tense and relax gradually, not jerkily, not suddenly. After we've done this one time, laying down in bed when we wake up, then we get up and repeat the routine. Then we do our energization pranayama exercise routine. The whole 38 exercise routine. Then we sit down and begin this process of meditation, where we start breathing in a particular way. Guru says after one has learned how to concentrate, they will be able to withdraw energy from the body in this way and consciously direct it toward the higher centers in the spine and brain where awareness of God's presence may be realized. There is no greater method of relaxation than that which is taught in these lessons. Whenever one is tired or worried, one should tense and relax the whole body. Throw the breath out. Remain without either breath or restless thoughts for a few minutes, and they will soon be calm. Right? Don't believe me. We're trying it, right? We're living it. We're not just reading about it and talking about it and saying, oh, how wonderful that would be. No, we're doing it. That's what Guru means when he says scientifically. We're testing it every day, all the time. Guru says, however, when there is only slight concentration on the muscles, tension is not completely removed upon the release of concentration. Guru says it is important to tense high and then relax in order to have perfect relaxation. Right? That's why Guru teaches us to tense from low, medium to high, and then from high, medium to low. We don't just go from 0 to 100. Right? We step it up in those 3 steps. Guru's now going to explain to us this scientific tension and relaxation. Guru says it is possible to distinguish 3 degrees of tension by trying the following exercise. Raise the right arm forward, parallel to the floor. Gently grasp the right forearm just below the elbow with the fingers of the left hand. Then, slightly tense and relax the right forearm by closing the right hand into a fist and then opening the fingers again. Now, hold the right forearm still with drooping hand and fingers and sense the following degrees of tension. First, there's low tension, which is partly closing the fingers of the right hand, and note the low tension of the muscle in the forearm, not the hand, the forearm. Next, medium tension. Increase to medium tension. Send more electrical current. Closing the fingers halfway. This creates medium tension. And third, finally, high tension. Closing the fingers tightly. This creates high tension. Right? So, if our hand is totally drooped, there's no tension. It's just hanging there. When we close the fingers a little bit, we're starting to create some tension. When we actually make a fist, we have medium tension. When we really clench that fist tight as we can, this is high tension. Okay? Then we don't go right to low. We go back to, from high, back to medium tension again, where we've made a fist, but it's not really tight. And then the low tension, where it's just open a little bit, starting to open back up, but it's not droop, it's not totally done. And then withdraw all the current, and the hand just kind of goes limp like a dead hand. Guru says it is possible, but more difficult, to tense the forearm or the upper arm without closing the fingers. It is also possible to tense almost any muscle in the body individually by application of these methods. Guru says, now drop the right arm to the side. Tense it with willpower, as in the 3 degrees mentioned above, and keep the eyes closed. Open the fingers a little. Then open the fingers halfway. Then open the hand and let the fingers relax. When completely relaxed, let the hand droop, just as we did in the demonstration just a moment ago. Now, Guru says, in this experiment, one can experience 3 degrees of relaxation, ending with complete relaxation of those muscles. Feel the gradual withdrawal of energy and the loosening of the muscles during relaxation. You see, we're going to have to practice with this. We're going to have to be sitting there all day, loosening and tensing and feeling the tension coming up and the tension going down and the energy coming and going. You got to sit with it every day and practice with it every day to get control of the life force, because that's what pranayama is, life force control. Guru says, while one is relaxing the forearm or upper arm, one should be sure to let the arm hang loosely by their side and not lift it up. Should one tense and then relax with the arm raised, they do not achieve perfect muscular relaxation because the lifted arm has not had to tense or contract the muscle of the raised arm. Try the foregoing exercise with any body part while laying on one's back on a firm bed or on a blanket on the floor. These exercises may be practiced either standing or laying down to be calm and to gain greater strength. Strength, Guru says, is valuable, of course, but above all, calmness is necessary to enable us to learn concentration and meditation. You have to be able to be calm. Without concentration and meditation, Guru says, self-realization is impossible. Without concentration and meditation, the kind of meditation that Guru's talking about, where we go within and be still and slow this thing down, right? This body, this mind, get control of it. Without that, self-realization is impossible. You won't be doing it. Don't kid yourself. Don't lie to yourself and think that you're doing something that you're not. This is breaking my heart to see it in the world. So many people are out there thinking they've raised their kundalini, they've opened their third eye. No, they haven't. It's all something they read in a book and they thought it was cool. It's not possible, Guru says. Don't kid yourself. If you can't concentrate, that means block out all distractions and put all of your attention on your source. You can't make it. You can't do it. You won't be doing it. Don't kid yourself. Because if you're kidding yourself, you're only hurting yourself. That's why I don't, I kind of say something when people say, oh, my third eye has been open for years now. It is? Well, then why aren't you solving the world's problems then? Come on, if your third eye's open, you should be walking on water and raising the dead. What's going on? No. See, the third eye's not open, is it? And the Kundalini has not joined Shiva, okay? Shakti has not gotten back together with Shiva up here in the crown. If it had, well, then you would be solving the world's problems. You would be like Christ. You would be like Krishna. Okay? Like Yogananda, actually bringing people who are dead back to life again. Okay? And these kinds of things. Not showing off, but actually showing. Not just talking that your third eye's open. Okay? Okay, so Guru says physical and mental relaxation may be very successfully accomplished by practicing the above exercises while laying on a blanket on the floor. Early in the morning, after the bath. When performing such exercises, keep the mind on the medulla oblongata and imagine the energy flowing into the body through the medulla and from there to every part of the body. The medulla oblongata, or in other words, the mouth of God, is located at the base of the brain. And by keeping one's mind thus fixed upon the medulla, one will soon learn to draw in energy from the ethers and send that energy, that life force, God's life force and energy, to all parts of the body at will without the physical process of tensing and relaxing. Ah, you hear that? Guru says if you keep practicing, you'll be able to do this life force control thing without having to practice this recharging energization exercise routine. You'll be able to do it automatically, like tying your shoes someday, if you practice every morning and every night. Guru gives us a meditation technique. He calls it spreading the ripples of peace. Guru says to fix your mind at the point between the eyebrows, where the spiritual eye glows like a shoreless lake of peace. Watch the eternal circle of rippling peace around you. The more intensely you watch, the more you will feel the wavelets of peace extending from your eyebrows to your forehead, from your forehead to your heart, and on to every cell in your body. Keep visualizing. And now the ripples of peace have left the banks of your body, and peace is flooding over the vast territory of your entire mind. Keep visualizing, keep feeling until the flood of peace overflows the boundaries of your mind and moves on in infinite directions all around you, everywhere. Meditate on it. Dwell on this and feel it. You'll have to concentrate on it. Block out all distractions and just go through that process of focusing here, watching the peace just rippling out from this third eye. First, it the ripples encompass you. Then the ripples encompass your room. Then the building you're in. And then the property that you're on. And then the town that you're in. And then the city that town's in. And then the state that city and town is in. And then where's that state? The whole country. And then finally, all the countries, the whole world. All of it's in this peace that's rippling right from your third eye. Concentrate on it. Wonderful technique, powerful technique. Guru just doesn't tell us to go do it. Guru tells us how. And showed us how when he was here. And taught a lot of people. And he gave us a prayer that says to take what we learn and to share it with all. The noonday prayer, the last line in the noonday prayer. Guru wants us to share this. But first we have to learn it ourselves. So, Guru is going to wrap up with some thoughts to remember. Guru says the temple of God is within your soul. Right? The kingdom of God is within. Christ told us, right? All the great saints and sages told us. Krishna told us the same thing. Enter into this quietness and sit there in meditation with the light of intuition burning on the altar. Right? Can you picture it? Can you picture yourself just sitting in complete darkness with just a little candle in front of you? That light of intuition burning on that altar within you? Guru says that in this sacred place within, there is no restlessness, no searching, no striving there. Guru says, come into the silence of solitude, and the vibrations there will talk to you with the voice of God. Oh, you want to talk with God? Well, that's why it says in the Bible, be still and know that I am God. That's how you talk with God. Come into the silence of solitude, Guru says, and the vibrations there will talk to you with the voice of God, and you will know that the invisible has become visible and that the unreal has become real. You will know by your own experience. You won't be guessing. It won't be hearsay. It won't be what someone told you. You'll have your own experience. Then you'll have faith. Then you will know it's real. That God is real. Even though you can't see God with your eyes, you'll know God's real. Guru says, realize all the power to think, to speak, to act, all comes from God. And that God is with you now, guiding and inspiring you. As soon as you actually realize that, Guru says, a flash of illumination will come and fear will leave you. Ah, that's the one we want right there. Sometimes, Guru says, sometimes that power of God comes like an ocean and surges through your being in great boundless waves, sweeping away all obstacles of doubt. Guru says there is a power that will light your way to health, to happiness, to peace, and to success. If, Guru says if, there's an if, right? If you will but turn toward that light, Guru says. That power's there. It's waiting for you. Turn towards it. Go towards that light. Guru says you must always be guided by that divine power, which is unfailing. Guru says, as I perceive, so may you perceive. As I behold, so may you behold the eternal power that flows through you, through your speech, through your brain, through your cells, through your thoughts. We are the conduit, right? We talk about it in the Mayan Oracle all the time. We are the conduit that this energy of God is flowing through. Guru says every thought is a tube. Every thought is a channel through which the divine light is passing. So open your heart, Guru says, that the divine flood may pass through us. Right? In other words, surrender. Let it go. Let it go. God's got all this. Let God's energy flow through. Don't try to bring God's healing energy through and try to send that energy to somebody. Because we're real magicians. In our Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom, we know that real magicians, real magic is not about trying, but allowing that energy to flow. Magic is everywhere all the time. We just need to allow it and get in harmony with it. Very simply. So many are out there trying so hard. They're trying so hard. And I see everyone's trying so hard. But you don't have to. It's in all that trying that is ruining your success. Let's not try to allow God's energy to flow. Let's just relax and allow God's unfailing, almighty life force, prana, right, to go through us. We don't have to control it. Right? We want to control it here in this physical vehicle to make this work and last and stay healthy. This is all the controlling. We don't control it as it's flowing through us into the world. We just allow that to happen. Right? But our Guru teaches us how we can consciously draw a little more life force in through the mouth of God, the medulla oblongata. Instead of eating with this mouth, food, then we can eat with the mouth of God. Life force directly. And in that way, well, life will be completely different. We can do that. So that's going to be the completion of Guru's lessons on this section of pranayama or life force control exercises, this exercise routine that we're doing together every morning and every night. Even if we're not in each other's presence, we're all getting up in the morning, right? And we're all doing the same routine. So we're doing it together. We're all connected. Our energy, right, is all connected as one. When we say we're all one, well, we're not all physically connected to each other where we're all one big body. We're not Siamese twins all stuck together, right? We're individual vehicles, vessels, I like to call us. This physical vessel that we're using to navigate our way along this path, this journey that we're on here. We need this physical thing to do that with. That's the part of the journey that we're on right now. It's not going to last forever. So any questions, any comments, any concerns? Not surprised, because you guys are so diligent. You study so much. I'm not even sure we even need to do this review, but it's part of the process. I don't want to just keep adding more teachings until I'm absolutely sure that you got this. At least working to some degree. And then, of course, we'll always be practicing. To our very last day, we do our sadhana. Guru said, 3 things I never miss. I never, ever miss meditation. Morning and night. He said, I never miss my pranayama exercises. every morning, every night. And he said, I never miss my opportunity to serve my brothers and sisters. Those are Guru's 3 number 1 things right there. Meditation, life force control, service to others. Compassion in action, devotion in motion. That's our Guru. And so we're following our Guru, right? And so that's what we want to be sure. That's why he spent so much time on this, 5 lessons on this one topic. And this whole energization routine, 38 movements that we can do while we're moving that life force, tensing and relaxing different muscles of the body. Not to become Hercules, but to become a Christ. Well, you want to be Hercules or a Christ? There you go. Hercules way down here. Christ way up there. Where do you want to be? You want to be a Hercules? Then they're going to make you lift stuff. Make you work hard. Become a Christ. Walk on water. Raise the dead. Do the wonderful things for the world. Help the world. What good is it going to do the world, if you're strong enough to lift a car? We got tow trucks for that. Don't worry. Okay? We don't want to waste our time in nonsense. That's why I love our Guru's teachings. It's not frivolous nonsense like, astral traveling and stuff like that. That's the Hercules thing way down here. Okay, you want to go astral traveling and have your imagination and all this going, having fun. Wonderful. There's nothing wrong with it. That's where it begins. We got to start somewhere, right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but let's not stop there. Let's not stop at making pretend that we're doing this. Let's keep acting as if, let's keep making pretend until we're no longer making pretend anymore. Till we're actually living it. So I don't think I'm saying there's anything wrong with making pretend or faking it until you make it. Because that's part of the process. Guru said, even in the face of contrary conditions, keep affirming what you want. So that means if the nose is running and you're coughing and you're sneezing and you got a temperature of 125, just kidding. You got a high fever, right? You say, I'm perfectly well. I'm fine. I never get sick. Even though you're obviously very sick, right? You say, no, I never get sick. It's not a lie. Because guess what? You're a soul, and you, the soul, never gets sick. But your body could get sick. Your mind could get sick, right? So let's say it right. My body got sick. My mind got sick. I'm perfect. I'm the perfect soul within that never did a thing, that just observed everything. That's the truth. So you, the soul, never got sick. You can't get sick. So go ahead, tell yourself the truth. Say, no, wait a minute, they all lied to me and I've been lying to myself. I can't get sick. But my body can, so I should probably get my immune system doing better. Bring in some more life force. Then you won't get sick. And if you do get sick, it'll be nothing. You'll be over it in no time. So, that's our Guru's teachings. And it looks like we are definitely, we went over time a little bit here today. We don't usually last this long. But we're wrapping up a section, so. And we're wrapping up a week, right? TGIF, thank God it's Friday. We'll be moving on to another topic with lesson number 10, right? That we're just reviewing. We're just reviewing all the way up to, I think, where we stopped off at lesson 24 or something like that. And we're just reviewing all of this first section. so that we can be sure that we're all together and we know what we're doing as we're going into this second section. Because in the second section, in this first section, we're getting a lot of techniques. How to do this, how to do that, all these techniques. Making a sadhana, putting together a routine. In the next section, we're going to talk more about how to live life. How to live. Guru's going to teach us everything. I told you, everything's covered in these lessons. Everything. Guru doesn't assume that you know how to do anything. Right? And if we check, well, maybe we don't. Maybe we're even, some of us here and most of us in America are even taking the poop wrong in the morning. Okay? So, if we can't, we need help in everything. How to talk, how to walk, how to eat, how to sleep, how to take a poop in the morning. Okay? Yes. It sounds silly, but I'll tell you what. Try it out. Your life might change in ways that you never could have dreamed of. I always say, don't just believe a word I'm saying. Take it out on the street for yourself and try it out. Actually have the physical, actual experience yourself. I call it having experiential knowledge. Until then, you don't know. You're just guessing. So, okay. Since there were no questions, we're just going to wrap up as we usually wrap up with a little bit of wisdom out of our spiritual diary from our Guru. Something to help guide us today and every day. In here we have something for every day. And okay, today it's the 11th of February and we're talking about divine love. Right? And Guru says that the greatest romance is with the infinite. He says, you have no idea how wonderful life can be. When you suddenly find God everywhere, when God comes and talks to you and guides you, the romance of divine love has begun. Right? Remember in the lesson we were talking earlier about sitting down and concentrating and meditating and talking with God? That intuitional voice within you talking with God? Right? That's what Guru's saying here. That's when you're doing that, that's when that divine romance begins. Right? Isn't this a divine romance we're having with our source? We're in love with God. We can see God in everything. God everywhere, in everything, everywhere, all the time. Guru says that's when the real love for God begins. The real divine romance begins. And oh boy, is that a beautiful romance. It'll make all those other romances a little bit less. And you'll see that really, in all those loved ones that you're loving, that's God that you're loving. And that's God that's loving you. That's the divine romance. When you're loving God in them. And they're loving God in you. Sounds like an undreamed of possibility, but it's possible for all of us. Simply, what did Guru say? If, right? If we will but follow our Guru's teachings. Whoever that Guru may be. Right? Here it's Paramahansa Yogananda. So okay. Thank you guys. Namaste and Lakach Jayom Guru. And thank you everyone on Facebook. I hope you enjoyed a little sneak peek into our Awakening Ascension Apprenticeship course that we're doing here. We're going to be starting a new group pretty soon if anybody's interested. So just thought I'd let everybody know what's going on. So again, thank you. God bless us all. Namaste in the catch. Jai Om Guru. Have a great evening, Oshlahunish, over there in Kathmandu. God bless you, my brother. Give my love to the family. Balima and Dayatri.
Hello, brother.
Keep up the great work over there. God bless you guys. Have a great day, everyone here in America. Bye now. Get a hold of me anytime.
Okay.
Okay. And that wraps up our thing for today. And well, we do this every day, and we're going to be, like, as I said, starting another group. If there's people interested, I tried to start another group a while back, but I need to have sincere, dedicated people. I'm not just playing around. We're not just getting together for chatting, for drama, to talk about the drama in the world, to gossip and stuff like that. Gurus said no gossiping. So that's not what our gatherings are for. Our gatherings are to share in these divine teachings so that our lives can become harmonious and we can live a happy, harmonious life. Get this liberation here, liberation from sorrow and suffering here in our existence here, and then finally liberation, ultimate liberation, freedom from this rounds of life and death, coming back here lost in ignorance and confusion. If we come back again, we want to come back because we said we want to come back. Not because we're compelled to come back because of attachments that we're attached to or karma that has to be worked out. That's what we're doing here. Seriously now. And that's not something where you can just show up whenever you want and hang out a little bit and see what's going on and then not show up for a while and then come and go and stuff. It won't be helping you. So I want to help. Not make pretend I'm helping. We're for real here at our Awakening Consciousness Ministries. So thank you, everyone, for sharing some time with me today on Facebook Live. I'll be coming out with some more live things throughout the week. Thank you all. God bless us all. Namaste and Lakesh Jai Om Guru. Have a great day, everyone. Bye now. Get a hold of me anytime.